What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about: movies, video games, comic books, TV shows, and right now, I'm going to stir up some controversy. Yes, I'm going to stir up some controversy because it's that time of year where people sit down and they watch Christmas movies. And they watch Christmas movies together as a family. And what better family movie is there than the classic Die Hard? Now, if you didn't see in the title, I am taking the stance. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. But let me preface that first. Die Hard is one of my top 10 all-time favorite movies. I love Die Hard. I love it. I think it is the best action movie ever made. And everything else that has come after is just pale imitations to the glory that is Die Hard. It is the perfect action movie. So, yeah, this is not an attack on Die Hard. It's not an attack on Die Hard. I love it. But it's not a Christmas movie. Now, why isn't it a Christmas movie? Because after all, doesn't a lot of people watch Die Hard at Christmas time? Absolutely they do. For some people, Die Hard can be a perennial Christmas favorite, something that they watch at Christmas time. That doesn't make it a Christmas movie, but it's associated with Christmas for a lot of people. For instance, I know that I and a lot of friends that I know, I watch Star Wars: A New Hope at Christmas every year. It's just one of those movies that I associate with Christmas. I associate it with my childhood, with my upbringing. So what Christmas brings those nostalgic feelings out, where every year at Christmas time, I watch Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. I just do. I know some people watch the James Bond movies at Christmas time. Like they'll binge a bunch of James Bond movies over Christmas break. Now, James Bond isn't Christmas. They're not Christmas movies. A lot of people associate them with Christmas, but they're not Christmas movies. For me, Star Wars: A New Hope isn't a Christmas movie. I associate it with Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie. Now let's go beyond association here. What does it take for something to be qualified as a Christmas movie? Well, the plot has to be set into action because of something Christmas or Christmas related. It has to be set in action. Like, the movie cannot take place, the movie cannot exist if it's not for the incorporation of Christmas into the movie. There's some obvious movies where this is the case. Obviously, you've got the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen. Those can't exist without a character that is strongly associated with Christmas and Santa Claus. The movie, The Santa Claus the Movie, that's another one where you have to have... It is a Christmas movie because it's about Santa Claus. The movie Prancer. Prancer is a Christmas movie. It is about a Christmas reindeer. You've got other ones, A Christmas Carol. Specifically, a Christmas movie. The Ghost of Christmas Past, Christmas Present, Christmas Future, and all the Christmas Carol adaptations. Those are Christmas movies, Christmas shows, Christmas adaptations. Those are Christmas. Elf, Fred Claus. Those cannot happen. Those movies cannot exist without their direct tie to Christmas or something related to Christmas. There's countless other examples. I would even look at Miracle on 34th Street. Miracle on 34th Street is a Christmas movie because, even though it didn't come out at Christmas, little known fact, it came out in the middle of the summer. But it's a Christmas movie because it is a Santa Claus movie. It is directly related to Santa Claus. And Santa Claus is a running theme throughout the course of the movie. The movie The Nativity, that's a Christmas story because it is about a popular Christmas narrative. So yeah, there's countless movies out there that exist because their plot is tied intricately to Christmas. They cannot exist without the fact that it's Christmas. Now, some people always say that a tenet of a Christmas movie is it feels good. It's a feel-good movie. That's not entirely true. Krampus is a Christmas movie. Krampus is a Christmas movie. It cannot exist without the movie cannot exist. That movie cannot be filmed without the fact that it's Christmas. Krampus is a Christmas legend. It's a scary Christmas legend, but it's a Christmas legend. That movie cannot be filmed without its association to Christmas. Silent Night. Silent Night's a horror movie, or Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night's the remake. It's a horror movie. Those are horror movies, but they're Christmas movies because they cannot exist without their association to Christmas. So it doesn't have to be feel good. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to create this sense of childlike nostalgia or a sense of serving mankind feel goodness. It doesn't have to have that kind of warmth. They usually do. Usually with Christmas movies, when they're over, you feel good. But they don't have to. What it has to have is a direct tie to Christmas. This movie cannot exist. This movie cannot be written. This movie cannot be filmed if you ignore everything Christmas about it, this movie cannot exist. Alright? Die Hard, on the other hand, is a movie that takes place during Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. Examples of this: Batman Returns takes place during Christmas. I've never heard anybody die on the hill, be ready to die on the hill that Batman Returns is a Christmas movie. For whatever reason, people are willing to die on the Die Hard hill. Like, it is a Christmas movie. Batman Returns isn't a Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon takes place during Christmas. It is not a Christmas movie. You've Got Mail takes place during Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie. Let's see here. LA Confidential takes place during Christmas. Not a Christmas movie. The Days of the Condor take place during Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie. All right? Lots of movies take place during Christmas. Doesn't make them Christmas movies. For some reason, it's become this battle amongst movie fans, amongst cinemaphiles. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Well, first of all, let's just say, if you think it's a Christmas movie, it's a Christmas movie. To me, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope is a Christmas movie, because I watch it every year at Christmas. So if you believe it, personally, to believe that it is a Christmas movie, nobody's going to be able to take that from you. Nobody's going to come to your house on Christmas Day and say, you cannot watch that. That's not a Christmas movie. But if you look at it strictly from, can the movie exist without it being if you strip away everything that's Christmas, can the movie exist? Absolutely. Die Hard can't exist if you strip away everything Christmas related. Die Hard, the exact same story as filmed. There'd have been no changes. The exact same story as filmed could have happened during Easter. It could have happened during Independence Day, the 4th of July. It could have happened during Thanksgiving. The exact same plot, the exact same movie, everything could be the same. The only thing that had to change would be the holiday aesthetic. Everything else would be the same. That, to me, disqualifies it from being a Christmas movie. In A Christmas Story, 1983, my favorite Christmas movie ever, if you take away everything about that movie that has to do with Christmas, it's not a movie anymore. You don't even have a story. A Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. If you take away everything in that movie that has to do with Christmas, you don't have a story. It doesn't exist. Obviously, the Santa Claus movies, things like that, you take away everything that has to do with Christmas, you don't have a story. Die Hard, you take away everything that has to do with Christmas, you still have a story. The story's still exactly the same. It's just the time of year might be different. Is it the 4th of July? Is it Thanksgiving? Is it Easter? Maybe John McClane flew out to Los Angeles to see his wife during their anniversary. Or maybe St. Patrick's Day was a really special time for them, and he flew out to see her at St. Patrick's Day. Guys, I'm telling you, Die Hard could take place any time of the year. That disqualifies it from being a Christmas movie. Doesn't matter that there's Christmas music in it. Doesn't matter that it takes place at Christmas time. It's not a Christmas movie. There are other movies, by the way, that have been generally thought of as being Christmas movies where I'm genuinely on the fence about. Using my logic and using my argument, I've got to wonder, is Home Alone a Christmas movie? I have to legitimately wonder that. Is Home Alone a Christmas movie? Could Home Alone have happened at a different time of year? Could his family have been taking a vacation to, instead of Paris, could they have been going, instead of going to Paris for Christmas, could they have been going to Paris for Easter? Or could they have been going to Paris for I don't know, somebody's, a family member's bar mitzvah that lives in Paris? I don't know. I think Home Alone treads a lot more towards Christmas than Die Hard does because of some of the themes in Home Alone, especially the themes with the old man at the end of the movie, the shovel slayer. I think that some of those themes lends it to being a Christmas movie a little bit more, especially the themes of family, togetherness. A lot of the themes from Home Alone tend to share a lot of themes from Christmas movies. So Home Alone for me kind of straddles that line on whether or not it is a Christmas movie, just based on my own rules that I've laid out. Gremlins also straddles that line. I'm more inclined to say that Gremlins is a movie that takes place during Christmas and is not a Christmas movie. Maybe Mr. Peltzer got his son a Mogwai for his birthday. It doesn't have to take place during Christmas. Whereas a lot of Christmas movies do. They have to take place during Christmas. Without the presence of Christmas, you have no movie. And like I said, that's just not true in Die Hard. Die Hard could take place any time of year. Any time of year it could take place, and it would be the exact same movie. So for those reasons, I believe Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Now, like I said, Die Hard's one of my favorite movies of all time. I am not trashing Die Hard. I think Die Hard is darn near perfect. I love it. Love it. I watch it, but forget Christmas. I watch Die Hard probably 5, 6, 7 times a year. I love it. Probably the only movie I watch more times a year than Die Hard is Jaws, just because Jaws is my all-time favorite movie. Die Hard's right up there with Jaws. I love it. So I'm not trashing Die Hard. I'm just saying I don't believe it's a Christmas movie, because to me, Christmas movie has a certain box that it has to fit into, and Die Hard Die Hard fits outside that box. So that's my take on it, why I believe Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Let me know. I would love to have a conversation with you about this, on whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. We know where I stand. I'm firmly in the it is not a Christmas movie. Let me know where you stand. And by the way, I would like to point out that when Bruce Willis was asked if Die Hard was a Christmas movie, he said no. He said it was not. He said it was a Bruce Willis movie. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.